Most people still think of AI as software, an app, a chatbot, something you open and close. But that framing is already outdated. AI isn't just software anymore. It's infrastructure, and that changes everything. For decades, infrastructure meant roads, bridges, power grids, water systems, things society quietly depends on, even if we rarely think about them. You don't use the electrical grid, you live on top of it. That's where AI is heading. Look at what's happening beneath the surface. Massive data centers are being built across the United States and globally, not just to host websites, but to train and run large-scale AI systems. These facilities consume enormous amounts of electricity. They require land, cooling systems, water access, grid upgrades. Some regions are redesigning energy policy around AI demand. That's not software behavior. That's infrastructure behavior. And once something becomes infrastructure, it stops being optional. Businesses don't just try AI anymore. They integrate it into logistics, fraud detection, hiring systems, underwriting, customer support, diagnostics, military planning, supply chains. Governments are embedding AI into regulatory analysis and intelligence systems. Hospitals use AI to assist with imaging and triage. Financial institutions use AI for risk modeling and automated trading. At a certain scale, removing AI wouldn't feel like uninstalling an app. It would feel like shutting off part of the grid. That's a different category of technology. And infrastructure technologies tend to reshape power structures. When electricity became widespread, industries reorganized. When the internet became infrastructure, entire sectors were born, and others disappeared. AI is following that path. But here's the unsettling part. Infrastructure is hard to see. You notice it when it fails. And AI systems are becoming so embedded that you may not know when you're interacting with them or relying on them. AI screens your loan application before a human ever sees it. It prioritizes which resumes reach a recruiter. It determines pricing in real time. It filters content you see online. It routes deliveries. It monitors network threats. Increasingly, it helps manage the grid that powers the data centers that run the AI. That loop is important. Software can be removed, infrastructure is layered, and AI is becoming layered into everything. Now, this doesn't mean it's conscious. It doesn't mean it's in control. AI systems optimize, they predict, they pattern match. They do not understand, but they do scale. And scaling infrastructure changes incentives. When billions of dollars are invested into data centers, chip manufacturing, and energy upgrades designed specifically for AI workloads, those systems aren't going away quietly. They become economically embedded, politically embedded, strategically embedded. Think about this. Countries are racing not just to build better AI models, but to secure semiconductor supply chains, rare earth minerals, advanced cooling systems, and high-voltage grid capacity. That's infrastructure competition. We are watching AI move from the software industry into the national infrastructure category. And that has consequences. Energy demand rises, water demand rises in some cooling systems. Land use shifts. Regulatory frameworks scramble to keep up. Labor markets adjust. This is why debates around AI aren't just about jobs anymore. They're about energy policy, environmental impact, national security, grid stability, capital allocation. When something becomes infrastructure, the question stops being, should we use it? The question becomes, how do we govern it? And governance of infrastructure is complicated. Because once systems are embedded deeply enough, turning them off isn't realistic. You manage them, you regulate them, you build redundancy around them. AI is approaching that threshold. Not everywhere, not instantly, but steadily, quietly. And the shift is subtle enough that many people don't realize it's happening. We still talk about AI like it's a feature, a tool, a product, but the capital investment, the energy footprint, the policy conversations, and the geopolitical positioning all suggest something else. AI is becoming part of the operating layer of modern society, just like electricity, just like broadband, just like the cloud. The real question isn't whether AI will continue expanding. It's whether we recognize the shift early enough to build it responsibly. Infrastructure shapes civilizations, and we're building a new one in real time, calmly, rationally, but at scale. And scale is what makes it powerful.